Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a bit of a different video today. It's gonna be on how I draw I basically draw characters from the angles I do. Hold on, might have to adjust the camera a bit. Yeah, so here it is. I almost always want this circle, some circular shape here, at least a rounded one, to start things off. However, that's if I'm drawing ahead from the side. If I'm drawing ahead from the front, I want to draw actually a straight up circle, not just a circular shape. So I'll go over here. Attempt to draw a circle. It doesn't look the best, but I can get it looking better. There we go. Now, since I'm drawing from the front here, I'm going to want to put the shape of the head in. Hold on, sorry about this. I am going to... Oh, I purchased those markers recently to use for art. Now I'm going to move my paper over to the side a bit, just cause. And that would be a good starting point for a head. Now, I've been working with positioning of the body over the last couple of weeks or so, and the neck. I used to draw a neck like this, but that actually causes the drawing to actually look a bit more stiff, so I'm not doing that anymore. Unless it's from the unless neck and head are pointing the exact same direction, which in this case they aren't. The head's turned a bit. And as you see there, my lines don't line up, so I'm going to redo this end of the neck. Be a bit longer, so that I can hopefully get these lines to line up. Or I could just draw a line here for a point of reference on which angle to go with here and here. Erase this part in the center for being not all that necessary. Now I've gotten to about the end of this section here, although I curved that in again. God darn it. I want to not curve that in. Nope, still looks wrong. God. Now, here comes potentially the weirdest part of my posture drawing. The shoulders. Yes, I just draw an oval right here. To mark where the shoulders are, and one's appearing smaller than the other and closer to the. So I'm gonna do this, resize this, and there. Now I'm going to move the paper over a bit to put the frame into the camera. Also note here, this is actually pretty, I feel like this part right here is actually pretty necessary for outlining artwork. That's right here, as it basically helps keep the art level heading into this next section. Basically helps as a reference guide. Now I'm actually gonna go up here and draw an arm with off the reference points. Okay, and now you can, with this oval right here, you can actually kind of put your arm in any direction you want, or to start off in any direction you want. So I can actually put it like, I can actually have it going behind, or the arm, right? Actually, I could have it going behind the head, but I do not want that at the moment. So instead, I'll draw something a bit more simple. Actually, that's actually drawing something which is going at an angle and somewhat close to you is actually pretty complex. So something pretty easy to do here in this case is just to draw an arm and hide it behind the way behind the body of the character. Now so I just accidentally drew a part of the reference frame off camera, so whoops. Alright, I'm gonna shift the paper over a bit for another arm position. So I could put the shoulder, could put the elbow having the arm go that way, but I think I'll do this and have it go up. Oh, another thing to mention, why I drew this, I drew that thing right there. This thing right here is so drawing a line right here would be to denote some depth. And the character, since you're looking at it from a side angle. Alright, I'm gonna save this part for later. Instead, shift the paper back over. Move some stuff out of the way. Well, some off-camera stuff. As you can see, drawing out the side angle from the start here is actually going to be quite important for later in the drawing. Oh my god, that looks off. Oh my god. So I've gone ahead and drawn over here. I do not need to draw a side angle from, not need to draw an extra line over here, because, well, the side angle kind of doesn't really apply much there, or at all, since you're looking at it from the other side. Also redid that there too, because, well, the side. Hold on, I was drawing a part of the arm very weirdly. Probably still am. Like, that line's probably not in the right place. That would be a bit more like it. Ha! At some point in the drawing, you're gonna have to draw hips, which, depending on the gender of your character, they're gonna look different. Well, most of the time. You don't have to draw your character to conform to beauty standards, which, you know, are standards set up by society and capitalism. Right? There we go. I'm just gonna draw a line here to denote this is where yet another box is ending in the drawing. Anyways, I'm gonna draw at a slight angle here. And that's how I do the outlining for the upper body and head of a character.